have to pay a fine if you don't fill up holes at Carolina Beach. This comes after Town Council approved an ordinance tonight. The new rules lay out more specific details about what's allowed. Holes can't be any more than 12 inches deep and 5 feet wide. There has to be someone within 20 feet keeping an eye on it, and it has to be filled no later than 5 p.m. Violations would result in a $50 fine.